Good evening all, welcome to another video on All Hazy Ale. Tonight we're going for another instalment in the Unintended collaboration series. This is a collaboration of two supermarket beers. Both are very much loved by many people, and me, I love them both individually. And a certain person on my Facebook friends list, and probably on many of yours as well, Ben Ramon Thompson, he inspired this one as well. The beers in question are the ever-present Love and Hate, which, as I'm sure you'll remember, featured in my first Unintended collaboration with a Brewdog beer called Mr. President. I think I called it the Comb Over. And the other beer in question now is also a Brewdog beer, but this one is much nicer than Mr. President. Brings something different to the table. It is very similar to Love and Hate, but that's where the lines get a little bit hazy. There you are, there's a clue. The beer in question is Hazy Jane from Brewdog. And yeah, there we are, there's the two beers. Ben inspires quite a lot of these, well, I say quite a lot, it's both of the collaborations, apart from the snake bite, which I did as a craft variety. The guy's got taste, gotta say. He knows where it's at. The beer glass in question tonight is one that can take most of these and still look decent. I'm going to try and put as much of them in as possible. It's this one here. It's a funky little glass, this one. It was bought for me. It's a plastic. It was bought for me for Christmas by my stepdaughter. It's one that's got one of these funky little gadgets on the bottom, which means when you stick it on a glass surface and you knock it, you probably can see me tapping it just about there, it won't fall over. It does have its drawback, so if you just push it really gently, it does. But anyway, let's go. Now, I hope we get a good can of Love and Hate, and if not, we're going to have to stop the video. But this one is incredibly full. I mean, look at that. We're at the top of the can, and it's pouring out by itself. And we've got a good one. We've got a good one. We are going to go. In fact, we're going to go for most of that. So that's our Love and Hate. It's a New England style IPA with nice hop presence. This one actually smells really fruity. A little bit of bitterness. Hazy Jane, as we know, is again a New England style IPA, but it brings a lot more to the table, I think, than Love and Hate. Offers better value for money, even though you pay $2.50 for a bottle of this, and you pay £3 for the Love and Hate. But let's see what we get. We're going to go for about that. There we are. In fact, we've got slightly more Love and Hate than we have Hazy Jane. And I mean, it looks like a New England style IPA. It's hazy as the day is long. I can't see through it really. Well, I see a shadow. Yeah, it is what it is. We've got a huge amount of white head. We've got what, full 2 fingers of pretty tight white head. It's consistent. I wouldn't say it's marshmallow-like yet, but it looks pretty normal for the. Yeah, it looks pretty normal. There we are. We'll leave it at that. Let's have a whiff. Hoppy. I like hoppy. Dank, bitter. Smells great. Let's have a taste. Cheers. Do you know, if you didn't know these contained alcohol, it wouldn't really taste, or you wouldn't really think was alcohol. It's just a little bit bitter. It's a little bit of bitterness from grapefruit. And that's it. There's no boozy here. I mean, now bearing in mind, Love and Hate is what? 7.2%, as is Hazy Jane, exactly 7.2%. So there we are. It's going to knock you on your backside eventually. And Is it better than either of the two? Is the whole greater than the sum of its parts? No, it's different. It is different. It is fruitier than Hazy Jane on its own. It is a little bit more depth to it than Love and Hate on its own. In fact, let's have a little swig of each. Hazy Jane definitely has more bitterness, and Love and Hate has oh, interesting. It's quite a bitter Love and Hate, that one. It's not stupidly sweet, yet you combine the two and they become quite sweet. They hide each other's bitterness. Now there's some witchcraft going on if ever I've seen it and tasted it. I like that. I like it now. Okay, now obviously I can't go and buy this off the shelf as it sits in this glass here, but would I make it again? Yeah, when I want something a bit sweeter and I've got one of each of these sitting around doing nothing, I would happily put them together and come up with something very tasty. Would I rush out and do it again? Well, there's another question. Would I? I don't know. Because I appreciate them all for their individual unique properties. You know, I like the bitterness that each of them has. And when you lose that bitterness, I think you lose what makes them great. And yet, interestingly, on their own, I scored them both very, very high. I mean, Hazy Jane, I gave a 5 out of 5 on Untapped. And I'm pretty sure Love and Hate wasn't far behind. But together, yeah, it's not quite as good as they are on their own. I think I would give that particular combination, if I was able to score it on Untapped, I would give it probably about 4.25, maybe a 4.5. Because it's tasty. It is. It is nice. So, there we are. Now I've just got to christen it and give it a name. It's Hazy Jane and Love and Hate. You could go with Love and Hazy. We could say, I love Jane. I quite like that name. I love Jane. Never been out with a girl called Jane. Married to a Dawn. Never been out with a Jane. So, Dawn, if you're watching this, I don't really love Jane. It's just, I love Jane. There we are. That's the unintended collaboration between Brewdog and Vocation yet again. So this has been the beer. Cheers, Ben, for the idea. I've been Nick and I'll see you again soon. Bye.